Welcome to Any Hoop Pod with your boy JC, and we talking preseason basketball. Before we even get into it, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and everything like that. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to tell your friends that we here every day live at 6 p.m. Your boy JC out here talking hoops. And so let's get into it, B. Because listen, I want last episode we talked about the Eastern Conference. We talked about some of the top teams that I think had big off seasons. Some of the teams that I think had some big moves. Some teams I think are going to make splashes in the East. Well, today we're going to talk about some players that I think are going to have big impacts on the season. That I think a lot of these media outlets are going to be talking about. I feel like they're going to dominate the storylines coming up in the season. We got Jokic, who may not win MVP, but he has the best chance to win MVP this year. Like SGA won MVP last year because he had a historical season, probably the best season you can have from a shooting guard. Jokic still averaged a triple double. The only reason he didn't get that MVP is because of what SGA was doing over there, and he still doing what he does. He does a triple double. He does this so often that wasn't enough to get him the MVP. You feel what I'm saying? That the triple dub from a center that got him an MVP already. We couldn't give you another MVP for that because we already gave you an MVP for that, and you add somebody out again for that. So I'm thinking, you know, somebody else got to do something historic this year to stop Jokic from getting the MVP. And if you're not going to do something historic this year, I feel like everybody out of the historical stuff. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? I feel like every year, these last 3 years, we had historical years from everybody besides Jokic. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody not named Jokic, and that's how they've been getting these MVPs over Jokic. I feel like this time around, it ain't going to happen. A lot of these players that, like Jason Tatum is due for an MVP, but he's going to be hurt, so he's probably not going to get MVP. And we'll talk about him maybe a little bit tomorrow when I get into some of the Eastern Conference teams again. But despite some of these people that could be having historic seasons, I feel like Jokic will edge out most people. He got the best chance of getting MVP this season. Other than that, we have, you already know, my dog, Luka, skinny Luka too. We got skinny Luka. I feel like he's gonna have a really good season. And then we got AE. I feel like AE gonna have a really good season this year. Something that we didn't see from him yet. And I know what y'all thinking. What else could we see from him yet? Listen, we're gonna get into it a little bit later. Also, I want to throw my man Wemby in there because I think Wemby gonna have a really good season. I know I told y'all yesterday. One of my big bold predictions was that I felt like Wemby was gonna be a top 3 player this year. But I got some other people to talk about. We already talked about Wemby a little bit. If I got some more time, we'll get deep into how I feel like Wemby's going to improve and what I feel like I'm going to see from his game this year. But let's dive into Jokic, bro. I feel like Jokic has the best chance of getting MVP this season. He has averaged about 30 points, 29.6, 30 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, averaging a triple dub from your center. That's not something that we see every day. I want to say every 10 years. You don't get a center like this often. You feel what I'm saying? He's very efficient, coming through with 57% field goal percentage. You feel what I'm saying? And his playmaking is always there. His playmaking is up there with the likes of CP and James Harden. You feel what I'm saying? But his liabilities are his liabilities. Defense, rim protecting, not really his thing. Sliding and being a little bit elusive on defense, like getting, sliding your feet, moving them puppies, not really his thing. He can do it though when he needs to do it. When the game on the line, he will play perimeter defense and he will play it not terrible. Like he'll play it pretty good. And you'll be like, dang, I didn't know Jokic could move his feet like that. Yeah, homie can move his feet like that when the game is on the line. You just can't ask him to do that all the time. But despite his defensive liabilities, I feel like what he also could work on, which could also improve him a little bit, because to be honest, Jokic hasn't improved. Jokic just had to do more for his team. Like the stuff that's been going on with his team, the pieces that they had in recent years hasn't been up to par, hasn't been up to the par of that previous team that won on that ring, hasn't been up there. So with this year, they gave him 2 new shooters. a couple new pieces for him to move around in that offense. You already know he's like an offensive genius. His court mapping is on point. It's up to par, bro. So I'm trying to tell you, with that going on, if he can get a little baseline jumper, like a Udonis Haslem jumper, or like a little turnaround over the shoulder joint, because he got that in the middle. He got a little floater. He got a little flow game. If we could take that to the baseline, because I noticed in the playoffs last year, one of the reasons why they lost wasn't really his fault, but this would have helped. Well, it wasn't his fault, but they was shoving him to the baseline, sending a double team, and leaving only Westbrook open, or only a person that they know wasn't going to be able to hit the shot open. And if Jokic could have pressed the issue a little bit and have a baseline jumper or something, a little go-to move on the baseline, because listen, he can put a double team easy. You feel what I'm saying? A double team don't really bother Jokic that much. He's just smart, and he knows if he's double teamed, there's an open man. But if there's some plays that he can go over there and shoot pretty fast before the double team even close in, he got enough time to get that shot off. Listen, if he add that to his game, he add that to his package. That's not something that I see him do a lot. I think that'd be a little deadly, bro. I think that'll be a little dangerous, bro. That's an extra 6 points to his game. He already averaging 30 points. That's 36 right there. What? Slow motion this side. Can I get a hello there? That would be crazy, bro. But listen, that's how I feel about Jokic. There's no real improvement going on for Jokic. That's just a little something nitpicking. There's no real improvement for Jokic, bro. I feel like Jokic is going to be Jokic, and that's why I feel like Jokic got the best chance to win MVP this season. But coming right behind my man, Jokic, as you already know, is my dog, the one and only Luka the Don, bro. I feel like Luka, bro, this gonna be this. I feel like this is the year that he actually wins the MVP. He been knocking on the door of MVP, but he been playing on Dallas, where a lot of the times the thing that's been going on with Dallas is that he's having an MVP season. His team is like sixth, fifth seed in the conference, and it's not justifiable because there's somebody on the first seed, on the first team, you feel what I'm saying, or the second in the standings on that team over there that's probably doing exactly what you're doing, but they're winning and you're not winning. So winning is a big factor of getting that MVP. And I feel like they're gonna win some games this year. I feel like this year with a full camp, with a full year to work with these players that he's already on working in. He's not being traded in the middle of the season. A full year for JJ Redick to coach Luka and to adapt the offense to Luka and adapt the teams to Luka. Listen, bro, I feel like this is probably his best chance of actually getting the MVP. Listen, if he would have stayed on Dallas on that squad that they had over there before they traded and did the swap with 80 Luka, I feel like a healthy season over there would have got him an MVP too, but that ain't happening. We over here with LA. Listen, he came over here when he got to LA. He averaged what? He averaged 28 points when he got over here to LA. 8 rebounds, 7 assists, about 7 to 8 assists. That's Luka, great playmaker. But we could tell he wasn't healthy. He didn't start playing when he first got over here. It took him like a couple weeks to get back onto the court, like a week or two to get onto the court actually, because he was dealing with injuries. And then when he got on the court, he wasn't as bad as Dallas may have said, but you could tell he was out of shape. You could tell he was the injury was still bothering him with his knee. So what ended up happening is he took off a whole month of basketball. He didn't play basketball at all. He said that's the first time in his life he hasn't played basketball for that long. It's been a while. He did that. Said he fixed his diet, new workout plan, new everything. Luka. He has made headways and headlines all throughout the summer of everybody talking about skinny Luka this, skinny Luka that. Everybody's really excited. Okay, everybody's really excited for skinny Luka, and they think it's gonna be crazy. Then I seen him in Eurobasket, bro. I seen him overseas playing with the Europeans over there, bro. And listen, bro, he was over there cooking. Now I already know. I know what we all thinking. I was thinking it too. He ain't gonna look like that over here. I mean, he obviously playing against Kings in the European basketball. That's not the NBA players. That's different. You feel what I'm saying? So he obviously not gonna look like that over here. But the one thing that I will say is he was getting to the basket. And that is something that we haven't seen him do in maybe like the past 2 seasons of really getting to the basket consistently like he used to get to the basket in his earlier seasons, rookie seasons, back when he was a little bit more healthier. And Luka's game is predicated on being sneaky enough to get to the basket. So people got to make sure they respect that, respect his drive a little bit. And because you respect his drive a little bit, he can go ahead and get that 3-point off, and it opens up the 3-point game for him. And when the 3-point game is going on for him, bro, people be scared. He can pump fake, hit that drive, and then kick out and be the playmaker that we all know he's going to be. Then he got DeAndre Ayton over there. You feel what I'm saying? He got Brian Brown. Brian Brown ain't going nowhere. Brian Brown signed up for the 23rd year. You feel what I'm saying? So listen, this could be good, bro. A full camp with the Lakers, a full year with JJ Redick, bro, a full year with LeBron James, bro. You got DeAndre Ayton. They fixed the center position, bro. They still got problems going on in the Lakers that we can talk about probably next week when I dive deep into the Western Conference. But as far as what Luka got going on, bro, I feel like this right here is a good season for him to go ahead and snatch that MVP. And then lastly, bro, we got out of the big three that I feel like is going to have dominate the news lines, bro. We got Anthony Edwards, bro. Anthony Edwards seemed like he's going to have a good year. He seemed like in his mind, bro, he primed to have the best year of his career, bro. And I listen, last year he was great, phenomenal. He ended up making the most threes last year. He ended up leading the league in 3 points made last year. He made the most threes last year. Had a great season. But he himself will tell you he isn't quite up there on that SGA level or that Luka level. That's what he said out of his mouth. And I'm gonna say, just feel like he close to that SGA level. But what he probably mean by that Luka level is reading the game and being able to make plays and be able to handle double team really well. What SGA was able to do last year was he was able to handle the pressure of the double teams and what the other teams were sending at him at different times with different coverages that they were giving to him. He was able to manipulate that a little bit. He didn't have the greatest playoff run, not gonna lie, he didn't have the greatest playoff run, but he did his job and he showed up and he had great playoff games. Some games he had great games. You feel what I'm saying? But there was a lot of different coverages, and I feel like he handled that well. Anthony Edwards faced similar coverages and similar defensive pressure, and he folded. Not gonna lie, folded. You know what I'm saying? And he did that the previous season as well in the playoffs. Another reason why they lost. It's just excuse me. It's just that when it comes to when they send the blitz at him, when they send that double team to him, he doesn't always make the right play, or he's too focused on passing the rock or getting the ball right out of his hand. Like he gotta get right up off the ball. Which, yeah, that is the option, but that's not the only option that you have when you get double teamed. Sometimes you can break the double team, sometimes you can split through. You can do you got a lot of options coming out the double team. Sometimes double team is a little sloppy, and one of the defenders in the double team is weak, and we attack him. And as the defender, you should feel disrespected because when that happens to me, I feel very disrespected. Consistency in big games, just delivering in the playoffs, just delivering in high pressure moments, bro. Just playmaking and getting his teammates involved, and just being just having defensive accountability. I think one thing that he does get messed up and get construed is the whole the best player, he got to defend the other best player. We not in 1990 no more, bro. It's not that no more. You gotta conserve some energy. The way we need you to score nowadays, bro, it's a little bit more taxing on the body, bro. It takes a little bit more energy. You feel what I'm saying? And then vice versa, that's what the other star player is doing as well. You see how tired you are when you out here dropping 30, 40 points. The other man, you feel me? Whoever defending the other star player is just as tired, getting 30 and 40 points dropped on them. You feel what I'm saying, bro? So just think about that when you trying to play with Kyrie and you trying to defend Kyrie and you trying to show everybody that you Michael Jordan, you can play both sides of the ball, bro. Don't get caught up with that, bro. We done with that, bro. You do not have to get caught up with that, bro. That's a trick. That's a trap. You feel what I'm saying? But my big prediction for my man right here is I think he's going to score 32 points. I think he's going to average 32 points. Not score 30 points. He definitely scored 32 points. He's going to average 32 points this year, right? He's going to average around 32 points this year. So, yeah, that means he's going to have some 50-point games, bro. It's definitely going to be 1 or 2 50-point games sprinkled in there. We might get a 60-point game this year. I was listening to him at media day yesterday. Yesterday they did media day, bro. And when they did media day, I don't know if y'all heard what my man was saying over there, but he was pretty much like, man, listen, the best way that I could probably get this team to win and get this team over the hump is that score a bunch of points and win a bunch of games, bro. And that's what I'm gonna do. He said, I think I'm gonna just go for career highs, bro. I think I'm just go for career high every time I go out there. I feel like that's the way, bro. That's what we want to hear, bro. Listen, I know defense win championships and all that, but that's not what we want to see, bro. We want to see you dunk on centers, bro. We want to see you cross up the guards, bro. We want to see you score like 40, 50 points, bro. And that look like the mentality that my man got going on over there, bro. So that is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? That is what it is. So I think my man AE, I think he primed for a good season. He gonna definitely be on an all NBA team this year. He definitely gonna be first all NBA team this year if he wasn't last year. I feel like he got some things going on. He definitely got some things going on. Luka, I feel like he definitely gonna be all team. I feel like this gonna be the year that he snatched that MVP finally, skinny Luka. You feel what I'm saying? Or it just goes terribly wrong. It just goes terribly wrong, and the Lakers look terrible, and Bron look old. I'm hoping none of that happens. You feel what I'm saying? I just want Bron to have a solid season. I don't care what it do. I'm just happy to see my man here. I'm just happy to see my man here. He playing with his son. He look happy, bro. They talk about, oh, bro, what's going on with your contract? It's the last year of your contract. I don't care, bro. Luka ain't gonna make me play longer, bro. I'm not waiting for Bryce, bro. I'm not waiting for none of y'all, bro. It's this year 20. It's the king. I hope it's not his last year because he deserves a tour. Like I want to see that. I want to see the tour. I want to see him. You know, at least Dwayne Wade got one. You should get one. You feel what I'm saying? Like you should definitely get one. Like they was, you know what I'm saying? You definitely should get one. Other than that, bro, we got Wemby, bro. I feel like Wemby. I was telling y'all yesterday. If y'all was here yesterday and y'all tapped in yesterday with us, I was telling y'all about how I feel like Wemby is going. This going to be the year where he gonna have some go-tos. You're gonna have a go-to spot. You're gonna have a go-to move. You're gonna get in the post and have a fadeaway that's gonna be just on the money every time. Like it's gonna be 2 or 3 moves that he gonna have to go to. And that right there, just having 2 or 3 moves to go to, bro, I feel like that's gonna be crazy, bro. I'm not even saying that he gonna come out here and look like Hakeem Olajuwon. You feel me? He not gonna have all the moves. I just feel like he gonna have 2 or 3 moves. And the fact that he's so tall, bro, and the fact that can't nobody bother his shot, and he gonna add I know he added a little bit more weight. I don't know if y'all seen him, bro. He's out there karate kid. He was doing I don't know what he was doing. He was doing some type of training over there overseas in one of those Asian countries, bro. He was playing chess in China. Bro, he was doing a lot, bro. He was doing a lot. He was training with Olajuwon. Speaking of Olajuwon, he was training with Olajuwon. I don't know. Wemby was doing a lot this summer, bro. He talking about I trained like no other has ever trained in basketball. I believe me, bro. And we haven't really seen like it wasn't like he was doing full on vlogs like the YouTube joint, like the YouTube type. We was just seeing clips. We just seeing like, oh look, Wemby over here. It's hard for him to hide, obviously. Somebody gonna notice who you are, bro. But he was going here, he was going there. We was like, what is he doing, bro? He's just doing all types of different stuff, right? And he was playing chess everywhere he went. Everywhere he went, you see he's playing chess. I don't know, bro. I don't know about y'all, but this French man is different. I don't know, y'all. This French man is different. I just think he's different, bro. I'm not on the European week, bro. I promise y'all, that's not me. I know y'all be hearing me talk about Luka. You hear me talk about Wemby, y'all probably think, oh man, he trying to sell us out. I'm not, bro. I'm Team Anthony Edwards. I'm Team USA, bro. I love when we got that gold medal, bro. You feel what I'm saying? If Wemby would play for us, bro, I would love him to play for us. 4-5 try to get him over here to Team USA. I would love him to be on Team USA. But listen, I'm just saying, bro. Basketball is basketball. And I feel like Wemby, bro, he's just looking different, bro. He's just different. I just ain't never seen nothing like this. I'm not saying he's gonna be a dominant in Shaq. He's too small and too skinny to be like that. But we definitely about to get a Tim Duncan, Dirk, Hakeem Olajuwon type hybrid, bro, with a 3-pointer. You know what I mean? With a little bit of dribble moves, bro. It's going to be kind of crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it's going to be kind of crazy. So just stay tuned for Wemby and the Spurs, bro, because I feel like the Wemby and the Spurs, bro, they got something going on, bro. They got something cooking. And that's pretty much all I got for y'all. I just wanted to get into some of the players I think is really going to dominate the news cycle this year. Some of the people that I think y'all might want to tap into and see what's going on, what's bubbling. You feel what I'm saying? Definitely stay tuned for John Moran. You always know John Moran going to be in the news for something, but the Grizzlies got a little something cooking over there, and we're going to be worried about what the Grizzlies got going on over there. Next week, when I talk about the Western Conference, I'm gonna get into the Grizzlies and what they got going over there, because the Western Conference it's a lot going on in the Western Conference. You got like two, three teams that's clearly above everybody, but then everybody else they kind of in the middle. You feel what I'm saying? You definitely got to talk about AARP, Team AARP. Shout out to my mom, bro. She named on that team, and I've been running with that. Team AARP, bro. They really out there. It's old, bro. They really old, bro. I'm not making. Like, I don't know if they going to make it through, but they just signed Al Horford. Like, what in the world is going on with that? They signed Al Horford. Look, let me know in the comments how y'all think that's going to work out. I know I'm not probably going to cover the Golden State until next week, but I just want to know how y'all feel about Al Horford joining the Golden State Warriors, bro. I feel like that was crazy, bro. That's just some crazy work right there. I just feel like that's crazy right there. I'm not going to lie. Other than that, man, thanks for kicking it with me. Let me know how y'all feeling about the new live stream. We're going live every day. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Everybody that's been in the comments kicking it with me. Love you, moms. I love you. You know, everybody that's been kicking it with me. Thanks for kicking it with me. We will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Make sure you follow us on TikTok and Instagram and X for all the little clips of everything that you've seen here. Make sure you follow, you subscribe to us on YouTube. If you already subscribe, make sure you hit the bell, like, subscribe, and comment, because we here every day, 6 p.m. Your boy, he here. Talk about NBA. And too much to talk about. We in the dead end of the off season. But look, the Sixers just made it to Abu Dhabi. You feel me? They had Maxey with the little falcon on his wrist. They had VJ Edgecombe over there. He's about to freak out. If y'all ain't see it, yo, go check it out. He's about to freak out. They got the old jerseys and logos on the Instagram pages. I'm excited, bro. They played on Thursday. They play the Knicks on Thursday at 12 p.m. That's going to be our first official preseason game. I'm excited. Who knows? They saying that Embiid might play. You feel me? Embiid might play, bro. Listen, I just want to see him do a spin dunk real quick. Go crazy, bro. Just let us know you back, bro. Let us know the process is back. But I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna let y'all go. Like I said, make sure you follow us on all platforms at any Hoop Pod 215. And thanks for kicking it with us, bro. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.